Playback channel was a YouTube channel featuring the duo of Agent 00 and Legend of Winning, aka Low. These two will post commentary videos on a variety of subjects.
Look at all my work chat. Oh my god, yo, I forgot about that thumbnail. I ain't gonna lie, I've never had so much fun making thumbnails until I worked this job, bruh. Look at all my work, bruh. This is my resume.
Degenerates.
Hey, chat, this is my resume right here.
To any crazy thing happening in the streaming /
oh yeah,
community. They were pretty consistent as far as producing content, but as time went on, they suddenly stopped uploading. So what exactly happened? Well, I'm here to give you as close to an answer as you can possibly get. Let's get into it. The history.
Shit, you could have DM'd me, gang. Honestly, you probably could have DM'd Low. You probably would have gave you a straight answer. No cap.
Of Agent and Low's friendship goes back to a little bit before
Agent. Oh my god, is this early Agent? Yo, this is when I found out about Agent, for real, for real. I know a lot of y'all found out about Agent 2K17, 18, My Park days. When I found about Agent Zero Gaming, he was doing My League on like, what was it, 2K15, 16. He had one rebuild with like the Portland Trailblazers specifically that went crazy, bro. This is the guy I know. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to look at him like, damn, he kind of looked like Bruno Mars.
It's early YouTube days, specifically around 2013, 2014. Agent was on a podcast called the AO Podcast, which is a crazy name, by the way, where they would stream from Skype to YouTube. Low started off as a graphic designer until Agent eventually brought him on as a guest one day, and the rest is history.
Hey, so I remember we was doing an AO podcast. It was like me, Waffle Man. There was a few other people I'm blanking. I don't remember because we rotated so many groups of people. And so on this old podcast, we used to have guests on the show. I remember on one of the podcasts, I was like, yo, we're looking for a guest. But then I didn't really know many people. So I was relying on like the people watching to be.
This is the first peer-to-peer set, man. Y'all don't even remember this at this point, man.
The guests? Earlier than that, bro. It was like 2014, 13.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Probably
so anyway, this podcast is going on. I see a tweet, and keep in mind, my Twitter was slow as shit. So if you sent me a tweet that day, I would see it for sure. And Lowe sent me, I forgot what it was, but it was like this AO podcast with like, it had like a giraffe graphic or something like that.
It was a thumbnail.
Okay, and it was fucking creative. It was the most creative thing I seen in a minute. And so I was like, oh snap. So then I clicked on your page, and I think you had some videos live on your channel, just some you did like way back.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay, so this guy kind of knows what he's talking about, and he's not like, we're not gonna have him on the podcast, he could have nothing to contribute, right?
Yeah.
So then you were guesting the podcast, and then back then I had no human skills, so no cap. I remember telling Waffleman and then this dude, I was like, I don't know how to tell this guy that he's not gonna come on for another podcast, but we already added you to the Skype chat, so we couldn't then get rid of you.
Facts.
So
Skype chat.
We just kind of kept you for another podcast, and then
Chat, y'all ever use Skype? I needed to use Skype. That's how me and my parents used to talk to each other. When I was in the Philippines and they was here, man.
Nobody wanted to tell you to go away, and you were kind of just coming back. So we were just like every night we'd be on Skype chats talking shit about 2K or talking about videos. And it was like maybe 4 or 5 of us.
Though the two had separate channels, they would collaborate from time to time, with Low having cameos on Agent's 2K videos. In late January 20.
Yo, me and Low used to be in the same Discord, bro. And I swear, cause at some point, obviously Agent already blew up and shit. But we knew like they used to live in the same place. Yo, Agent used to be like a fucking shiny Pokemon, bro. Cause from my recollection, Low used to live in the basement of whatever house they lived in, bro. And Agent was doing his 2K shit upstairs. But like when Low was hanging out with us, like, no, Agent was doing this thing. He never just hung out with the Discord motherfuckers. But every time we'd hear Agent in the back, yo, is that Agent Zero in the back? Whoa. Crazy times, y'all.
2020, Agent and Low would upload the first episode of the Peer-to-Peer podcast, which I'll refer to as Peer-to-Peer for short. Their third attempt at starting a podcast, according to Agent.
We're starting a new podcast. For those of you guys who have been following us for a while, you know we had a podcast last year. And then if you've been following us for a very long time, you know we had a podcast like 4 years ago. It's our annual ritual where we stop a podcast and start a new one. So we had like an odd launch for it. We dropped a couple episodes on all the other platforms, but we didn't drop them on YouTube. And so this is going to be a YouTube exclusive. So you're not going to be able to see this on any other platform, guys.
And this podcast was actually solid, discussing all types of current events, and they even invited notable guests on there from the likes of every member of AMP, Tia Rage, Sneeko, and even Gideon. Peer to Peer was loved for many reasons, and I can honestly say that even though I didn't
this gotta be the most viral clip from that podcast history, bro.
into every single podcast episode, I think the podcast was very well produced for the most part. Now, around the same time that Peer to Peer was hitting its stride, Agent and Low launched the Playback channel. Like I said earlier, the premise of the channel was basically reacting to anything interesting they came across, hence the name of the channel, Playback. The original idea for the channel was to stand out a bit, mixing IRL or competitive videos with normal reactions. This direction was scrapped and they just opted to do reactions. Now, these reactions were really entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. I will watch these when I'm eating.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot about those. I forgot about those, bro. They did do those. Hold on, now I gotta look back, cause this is some for real motherfuckers that follow Playback, bro. If y'all remember, they used to do IRL videos. I think specifically, well, this one was one of their first videos was a basketball 1v1, and then they did an interview ass video right here. What do you bring to the table in a relationship? We asked. And then at some point, yeah, they just scrapped that idea. They even did a blind date, an Agent Zero blind date video. But then they just scrapped that and just turned it straight to a reaction channel. Like, nah, damn. Shout out Fargo, man. I forgot about that.
But I'm just sitting there chilling, editing.
You think they're gonna mention you in the video? Nah.
A video or something, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they came through for me. That's really saying a lot because I really don't watch any content that's not somewhat thought-provoking or entertaining. As a direct result of the success of AMP and Peer to Peer, Playback grew to over 500,000 subscribers, posting consistently. And this is where things started to change. In December of 2022, Low would get exposed by his ex on Twitter for cheating on her 4 times with 4 different women, which he admitted to in a tweet of his own. I wasn't too hip to the situation.
Not the Kroger lore.
Situation at the time.
Not
all
the
I kept
Kroger
seeing was
lore.
memes of Low at Kroger and people saying that he went 4 for 4 comparing it to Jordan going 6 for 6 in the finals. Niggas even called him Legend of Kroger, bro. Like, these were wild times. A lot of people roasted Low for a while and even to this day, but let's be real. Niggas really don't care about a content creator they watch cheating on their woman. Now, obviously, if it was a woman doing what Low did, the opinion will be different. A few weeks after this situation on January 6, 2023, Agent and Low would announce the end of Peer to Peer after 258 episodes. In this last episode, while they're saying their goodbyes, Low takes the time to address the cheating situation.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, my now ex put out a tweet kind of highlighting and exposing me as a cheater. And I'm here now to tell the rest of the world that yes, I am. I cheated, man. I cheated. I am a cheater. I don't agree with it. My stance on cheating still hasn't changed. I think cheating is bad. That's not changing. I just believe I made bad decisions. That's it.
4 times?
That's all it is. 4 times, yeah.
It was 4 times?
4 times.
The same girl or different girls?
Different girls, different women.
Damn. I forgot the details. Damn.
It was not
that's
a
cold-blooded
associate,
right there.
but I don't
That's
really think
cold-blooded.
that really matters. People also ask me why I cheated. That also doesn't really matter at all because it's just bad decisions. It's not the right thing to do, and so I don't want people to think that like there's a way to justify it or anything like that. The whole argument of like how can you criticize people? Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't want
What you think his go-to line was? Head ass. Now let me check.
to be pegged as a perfect person. Like I just don't want to be. I don't want if you're trying to pedestalize me to be a perfect person, please stop like right now. And the reason why
y'all sick
to stop that as well is because it comes along with the criticism. Because if that's the case, like I personally, trust me, I really don't care nor mind the critiques that come in my comment section and replies all the time. I don't mind it. And the reason why I don't is because I know that comes along with being a person.
Is Agent trying not to laugh?
With mistakes. So people are going to criticize me. So that's also fine as well. Bro, we all make bad mistakes. We all human. We all understand what's right and wrong. It's not really about you making the mistakes or making the bad decisions. It's you trying to grow and bounce back from those bad decisions that you made.
As for why Peer to Peer ended, Agent speaks on it on stream a short time after, citing him and everyone involved prioritizing other things in life, like Agent working on AMP's videos on top of growing his own brand.
At the end of the day, I just couldn't handle all the priorities on my plate. I'm not gonna lie to you, But it's not just the podcast, even in my personal life. Like, there's times where my mom can't even get a hold of me, and I feel bad. Once you take a step back from content, it hits you like there's so many other things that matter, and sometimes you can't forget about those things because they're also really important. At the end of the day, those are the most important things. At the end,
and that's so real, bruh. And let me say this right now. When everything was going on, I didn't get where Agent was coming from the perspective of like, gang, you literally got like 4 or 5 different channels hitting on all cylinders. Why the fuck are you slowing down and not giving your effort on these channels? But as a guy who has a lot of channels essentially doing a lot of the same things that he's doing, and as a guy that's definitely valued work-life balance way, way more now than ever before, I definitely relate and understand where Agent is coming from, and I think ultimately he made the right decision. Dark and Stormy Night says, Mom can't get a hold of you. LOL, okay. I'm telling you right now, the same situation with me, like for real. Like, because of everything I'm doing, and I understand I'm on my computer, and technically I can do this shit right now, but yeah, my mom does have trouble getting in touch with me here and there. Like, I've definitely tried to be better, but I think, I don't know if JBM is ultimately just gonna say it, but I think the cheating scandal, from my recollection, was not a damn, so this scandal gonna end the channel type shit. That was never the case. Like, when that scandal happened, we didn't have internal meetings of, damn, yeah, Playback's over. I wasn't on the peer-to-peer team, but I highly doubt, damn, yeah, after this, yeah, we can't do peer-to-peer anymore. I don't think that was it. But I do feel like, from a public perception standpoint, the cheating scandal definitely made Playback be looked at in a different lens. Because if y'all remember the content that they were doing, or us as a team was doing, it was a lot of relationship shit, what you shouldn't be doing in a relationship and all these different things. And, you know, a lot of the points were good. You know, Agent and Low definitely developed themselves as being credible motherfuckers to talk about these things just because of how logical they sounded. And then once that news came out, it was how much can I really trust what the fuck you're saying when you cheated on your girl the way that you did? However, in terms of what actually caused Playback and peer-to-peer to end, I don't think that was it. From my understanding, it is more so close to what Agent is saying. If y'all remember, at this point in time, Agent was running the 2K channel. He was running Playback. He was running peer-to-peer. He had his IRL channel. He had AMP, and he was starting streaming. That's 6 different entities that he was fucking starting and maintaining. At some point, bruh, you are becoming a jack of all trades and a master of none. And in this content shit, I'm telling you right now, it is way more valuable to be a master of something than a jack of all trades. Something gotta give. Right? And outside of the business shit, like what Agent is saying, bro, that shit was affecting personal life. My mom can't fucking get a hold of me. I can't focus on my health. And even when it comes to the business shit, I can put 100% of my effort in these things, and these things aren't being maximized to their full potential anyways. That's the truth from my lens. Now, if Low and Agent want to say something else, feel free. But from my perspective, looking at everything, with Agent just doing so many different things. Certain Playback videos weren't being recorded on time. They couldn't record certain shit because Agent had to travel, Agent had to stream, all of these different things. And same thing with peer-to-peer. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but they used to batch record a lot of those episodes because they were guest heavy and they had the luxury to do so. But if they were on a week, like the same thing with Let's Keep It a Buck, where they recorded on a Monday, they get that shit out on a Tuesday, I think that shit would have been worse in terms of the episodes they released. But nevertheless.
End of the day, the podcast was fun to do. It's just on the list of priorities, I wasn't giving it the attention it deserved, nor was anybody else. Everybody had a priority that was more important than peer-to-peer, and you can tell by the way we were executing, because even if you enjoyed the podcast, I'm sure you've seen podcasts where you're like, damn, how the f did they let this slip? So I never had any intention for the pod to end, but we tried to grow it as much as we could. But in all reality, any time I spent on the podcast was time I wasn't spending on AMP. And AMP is demanding. It's time I wasn't spending on stream. Yeah. The stream is demanding. It was time I wasn't spending on many other things I could have been spending my time on, and it just felt like I was half-assing something that deserved serious.
AMP was gonna start a podcast as well. No, whole channel made and everything. Yes. I don't know if y'all remember that, man, but yes, I think we can look it up right now. AMP podcast, and it's a channel with 100K subs already, or maybe they deleted it. But I swear to God, it's out there. I swear to God, it's out there. They did a whole rollout and everything, but it didn't make sense for them to do it.
Serious attention, and I know even though the podcast did good, it couldn't have done great had any one of us been able to give it that attention.
I know a lot of y'all probably asking, what does Low cheating have to do with Playback not uploading? Nothing crazy, but to fans of the channel, this scandal made them see Low as hypocritical. Low's opinions on relationships and women came across as someone who was big on loyalty and bashes promiscuity. He even said on video that he didn't think he could cheat on the woman that he's with, so I could understand where a lot of these
They knew Let's Keep It a Buck was on the rise, so they stopped. Head ass.
fans are coming from.
I don't think I could do that because like you legitimately took advantage of me being genuine, like you just sat there and said.
Yeah.
Like I was genuine, I trusted you, and you just took advantage of that to participate in a whole nother relationship. No, I couldn't do that.
Another theory that I saw that I want to sort of debunk is about Agent distancing himself because Low cheated. This is really far-fetched because the two seemed cool after the fact, continuing to make videos until the beginning of this year before going radio silent. I think this is a case of two friends who once collaborated all the time just going to do their own thing. Low runs 2 channels of his own on top of hosting events on an app called Playback, while Agent is still in AMP producing content on top of streaming and keeping up with his own reaction channel.
I ain't gonna lie, with Agent, I wouldn't even consider, because Agent don't upload on this, Agent don't upload on this. Real rap, all Agent's attention is on AMP and his streams. That's it. And I do see the benefits. Like, yo, all of his effort going into these 2 things have definitely reaped their fucking benefits. So shout out to Agent.
Reaction channel. Playback was good for what it was, and if it is the end, I hope they return sometime in the future for one last run. But let me know what you guys think about this entire situation in the comments, man. I'm gonna try to keep the consistency up for y'all. We on the road to 70K now, you feel what I'm saying? I really want to reach that 100, but we gotta reach 70 first. So make sure y'all sub up, join the Discord to continue the conversation. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.
Hey, shout out to Fargo for the video, man. Shout out to Fargo for the video.